American author, writer, and motivational speaker Wayne Dyer said, "What we think determines what happens to us. So if we want to change our lives, we need to stretch our minds," meaning what we think about basically is who we are, what we become, and what also happens to us can be measured by what we think about or by our basic thoughts. So basically, we have to have honesty, authenticity, integrity, and character in our thinking that basically regulates our thoughts also, so that we do not actually run into episodes of suffering or unnecessary sorrow or undesirable problems or troubles, because suffering and trouble are not always necessary for our development or growth or progress, but they're only part of the process of progress, growth, prosperity, and success. And if we don't think with positivity, rationality, wisdom, character, and understanding, then obviously we're going to land ourselves in problems, troubles, and sufferings that we don't even want in the first place. And that's why what happens to us can be determined by what we think about or what our thoughts are in general. So our thoughts as well as our thinking basically has been primarily and principally responsible for the things and the events that happen to us, that were either good or bad, favorable or unfavorable. It could be anything, but the thing is, we have to think in terms of understanding, character, morality, integrity. We have to think with clarity, perception, and vision. We have to have purpose, aim, intention in our lives that drives our action, controls our character, moderates our response, and prevents extremism or radicalization of emotion, anger, aggression, and obviously refrains other sorts of weakness from turning into evil. So if we want to change our lives, if we want to upgrade our talent, skill, or intelligence, then we have to stretch our thinking. We have to upgrade or make our thoughts more flexible. We have to enhance our minds in one way or another, either on the basis of our own ability, talent, intelligence, or reason, or from external sources through experiences, observations, experiments, etc. But our thought determines what happens to us. What we think about constantly, we become. And that also starts happening to us in terms of habits. And that's why we have